Microsoft have released Windows 10 Insider Preview build 14328 on the 22nd of April 2016 for both PC and mobile Windows Insiders who are on the fast ring. So if you're on the Windows Insider program and also in the fast ring, you can simply go to the Settings app from the Start button and then choose Update and Security. And you can then start downloading the Windows 10 Insider Preview build 14328. As you can see, my machine is actually doing this here. Now, this build for the PC is a pretty major build of the upcoming Windows 10 Redstone summer anniversary release, with a lot of new features improvements, including Windows Ink, updates to the Start button, and an awful lot more. There's a lot of new code in this, so obviously it's a little bit of rough around the edges in places, so do be prepared for some problems and things crashing and things not working quite as you might expect. This is still very much in a beta stage, and we'll just let this machine update, and we will come back shortly once this machine is updated, and we'll look at some of these new changes, including the Windows Ink updated start experience, improvements in tablet mode, Katana search improvements, improvements to the Action Center, updates to the taskbar, settings. The list really goes on, so we'll come back to this very shortly. We'll just let this machine update now. Okay, so having now upgraded this particular computer to the new build 14328 as of the 22nd of April 2016, we can now start to have a look at some of the changes that could be coming in the Redstone build, which will be the anniversary update released in the summer of 2016. So the most notable change you're probably going to notice first of all is with the Start menu. As you can see, this has all been compressed somewhat, and if I just press the lines at the top here, that will just actually show me exactly what these items are. I've actually customized my Start menu to include personal folders like documents, downloads, music, pictures, etc. So, but in the normal view, you will just see these little icons, and I guess we'll get used to the fact that that's music, that's pictures, and so on and so forth. But if you need to expand that, you can do so by clicking the three little lines at the top here. So that's the most noticeable change that you will probably notice straight away. Everything's just been streamlined a little bit here in the Start menu. The other thing that you'll notice are these little notification badges you see down here on the Action Center notification. There's a number 1. If we just click the Action Center as well, this has also had a little bit of a tweak and is now very different to the current live builds of Windows 10. And we have the Action Center and the badges. If I just pin one of these Universal Windows Platform apps or UWP apps to the taskbar, like my Mail app. Okay, so other UWP apps, if you have them on your taskbar, will basically show a little notification as well. These are little lightweight notifications and shouldn't really impact the performance of your machine in any way. They will just help tell you when you have alerts for email or calendar events and so on and so forth. So nice little tweak that, along with obviously the Action Center changes as well. Other changes here on the user interface include the clock and the calendar, which have been brought together a little bit more tidier up here. It looks an awful lot better to what it once used to look like. And if we just go to Start again, we also have Bash now built into the new builds and the Redstone build. I have created a previous video about that, so check out our previous videos which tell you all about using Bash in Windows 10. But again, this is a feature that won't be available until the summer release of the anniversary update in the summer of 2016. So here we have Bash on Windows basically. So we'll just exit that for now. So that's some of the more cosmetic changes that you'll notice straight away. We also have some changes to the Settings app, the new Settings app, which will eventually replace the old-fashioned control panel. If you actually just go into one of these options, you'll see this has all been tidied up somewhat, and there's also a lot more options in here that weren't here or aren't there in the current builds. You can make an awful lot more changes to settings and things from within the settings app. Again, that's all been streamlined, and it looks a lot better, I think personally, than it does in the current live builds. They've done quite a good job at tidying that up. So again, there's an awful lot of changes in this build, and really can't go through every single one of them on this video. I have provided a link in this video to the Microsoft blog post, which basically will detail a lot more of those changes. So we're just going to have a look now at some of the other things that have been put into the new 14328 build. So Microsoft have also made some pretty significant changes to the lock screen in Windows 10. Now I just want to be able to show you one of the additional features in this, so I just want to start playing a little bit of music. So if we just play a little bit of music in the Windows Groove Music app, like so. I'll just set that up and make sure it's not too loud. Okay, a little bit blippy there, not sure what's going on, but again, we might be finding bugs here. So if I just go to the lock screen whilst that piece of music is actually playing in the background, it obviously continues playing. Not sure why the lock screen's black. There should be a picture there, but obviously, again, I think we might have found another bug here. So basically, it's this thing here. We have the media controls, which will allow you to pause and go skipping through tunes from the actual lock screen. Another change on the lock screen, which was a requested feature by a lot of users, is to remove your email address from just here on the just before the password or PIN box. Basically, if you logged into your Windows computer using a Microsoft account, like a Hotmail account or another email address that's assigned with a Microsoft account, it used to display your email address up here. Users requested that that be removed because it was a little bit of a privacy concern on the lock screen of computers, so they've actually paid attention to users, and that has been removed from the lock screen now. So that's just touching a little bit on the changes they've made to the lock screen. And now to look at the biggest change that they've made in the Redstone build that's coming in the summer of 2016, and that is Windows Ink. Now, of course, Windows Ink will allow you to write notes with your hand, basically, or with your mouse if you don't have a pen device. Now, of course, this is supposed to be used with a pen device, and by default, if you have a tablet or such, with a pen device, you will see the Windows Ink icon down on the taskbar. Now, because I don't actually have this as a touch device or such, to enable Windows Ink, I'm just going to have to right click on the taskbar and select this option here, which is show the Windows Ink workspace button. We then get the little pen thing appear here on the taskbar, so when we click that, that will show us the Windows Ink workspace. So we have sticky notes here, screen sketching, and of course the sketch pad. So if we just go into the most simple one, which is the sketch pad, and with my mouse here, because I don't have an active pen device, I can just write like so. It's not easy to do with a mouse, as you can see, but that is supposed to say hello. And obviously we can get the ruler up and we can do measurements and things. We can move this all around the screen. We can then draw a line that's nice and straight. It's really quite clever. I mean, for people with a pen device, this is going to be great fun. Great fun indeed. So that's the Windows Ink, and like I say, if you have a active pen device, this icon here, the Windows Ink workspace, will appear by default. If not, and you want to just have a play or use Windows Ink, you will need to right click on your taskbar like so and enable the option here, show Windows Ink workspace. So if I just untick that now, the little pen device has now disappeared from there. So that's just touching very briefly there on some of the features that are in the new Redstone build. As I said earlier, there are an awful lot of other little improvements. Things like Cortana have been improved, and so many other little tweaks and things have been done. I've provided a link in the description of this video to Microsoft's Windows Insider blog, which tells you basically all the changes that have been made in this build, which is 143.28. Obviously, still a very early build. There's an awful lot still to come in the anniversary update, which will come in the summer of 2016. We're currently in April, so we've probably still got another 2 months down the road before Microsoft actually complete this, and we see a lot more new features coming in the next couple of months, and I will make further videos as and when those builds are released, just to introduce some of the changes to you. Thank you for watching.